That's one of the two beautiful pictures I was telling you about that I think is so impressive with the pioneer family there, you know, in their nice garb. You know, I understood that your grandmother sewed quite a bit, and made clothes for the family quite a bit.
Oh, yes.
Said, yeah.
That's a good picture, Mama.
Isn't it?
Very good.
Yeah, I think it's very good too. I'm gonna blow that up in this. We've made a negative collection now, so that we're putting a negative file together, so if anyone that wants pictures, it's easier for them to get, so they don't have to. You turn in something like that and ask to get a copy with a negative, it costs you about $25. So we want to get a negative file together so people will know where there's an easy place to get pictures of their ancestors for just, you know, a few cents instead of having to pay that kind of money and go to that kind of expense for things.
Have you seen that, haven't you?
No, I don't think I have. No, there's just the one time I said we were looking at pictures, so I don't remember. Oh, yeah, there it is, Grandma. Yes. Well, I do know my grandmother.
My father had a secretary in Batavia, Illinois, where I grew up, who was about the size of your mother and your aunts, you know. And from that I learned that people that size almost always have a wonderful sense of humor, and they're always, my brother and I, you know, we still talk about this woman who was about 330 pounds or whatever she was, but she was just the greatest person to be around because she told stories, she entertained us a lot, you know, it was a very warm heart, a wonderful person.
Well, I was in that class not too long ago.
Were you?
Oh, yes.
Well, it's found here and there in the family. We have an aunt over there too. She was married to the Bishop of Lund in the southern part of Sweden. Piece of pie. You want to sell us a piece of pie, huh?
Yeah. That would be nice.
And Gladys, will you have a piece of pie?
I've had enough.
Have you? Okay. How about you, Jean?
Well, I don't know.
Have a little piece of pie now. Come
You
on.
have a little something. No use talking if she doesn't.
Huh?
No, I'm not.
Aren't you going to splurge?
Aren't you
No?
going to splurge tonight?
No, you can't.
No, I won't.
Come on, splurge.
If you say no, no.
You have a few pounds to go to get up to some of your relatives here, so come on,
No,
let's
I'm
get
trying to
started.
get them all.
Are you? I was very impressed by one picture that Edith showed me from your grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary, where everyone is there. There's Truedsons and Hansons. It's like this huge picture of the whole family, and the beautiful dresses that your grandmother had made for the big ladies. You know how elegant they all looked. You know, and Edith said that she was very good at sewing, and that she made their specially sized dresses for them. It was just a beautiful picture when everyone dressed up nice, you know. And like here, you know, how nicely they're all dressed. And of course, Dora, or Dory, did you call her Dory?
Dory, yeah. Dory.
It's going to be a little bit difficult to trace her people because of the fact that she led kind of a colorful life there, from what I understand. So I don't know how we're going to go about finding those descendants if we ever will. You know, I don't want to dig into things that make people upset either. You know, so you have to be kind of tactful about that. But
I was in touch with her oldest son for quite a long time. What was that? I've even forgotten his name. It's been years.
what is it?
Now, is that, I'll go get the other pictures.
That was Monty?
That's it.
Monty Stowe?
Now,
Yes.
are these
That's
two
Dora.
sisters, these two sisters? Are those two? Is this Maggie and,
This
This
is
is- this
Maggie
was-
and Minnie.
This is Maggie, and that's Minnie.
oh. Oh, well, here's Maggie and Minnie with my father.
Oh. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice.
So that's why I was saying if that was those two or not. It's
Yeah, they're on there.
I see now.
The whole family's complete there, yeah. There's Maggie and there's Minnie.
Yeah, you can see the resemblance. I mean, older.
Yeah, they had that group picture on their, was it their 50th wedding anniversary?
There is one of their 50th wedding anniversary that I saw at Edith Davis' place.
We had that one, you know, was Babe sitting back there in the
Yeah,
corner.
you were telling me about it, but I don't remember seeing it.
This one I borrowed from one of the Truedsons. One of Peter Truedson's grandsons had this.
Oh.
So I borrowed that from him because I want to make a negative of that too. I ran into such problems and such expense finding pictures of my immediate ancestors, you know, like their great-grandparents and things. I decided while I'm at this that, you know, I've been borrowing pictures from here and there to put a file together so long after I'm gone, people will still know where to find pictures, you know, in a reasonable way instead of having to go through what I did. I've tried to stress that this whole thing I'm doing is not a business, you know, it's not a money-making proposition, it's something I've done for fun. And the dissemination and copying of the information is, you know, something that's very much fun for me to do, you know, at expense, but not at any, you know, this is not a non-profit organization. It's not anything like that. There've been some scams in this type of thing, from what I understand.
You're going to have your dessert, aren't you?
I think maybe we'll have a little dessert, and Jean's
Well,
gonna have
I'll have a little
surprise.
dessert if other people do.
Well, I think you should.
You should
I'm
too.
doing so much talking here that I'm going to finish myself. Do we have a deadline? Or can we stay a little while? That's fine. We're all yours. We're here to meet you, so, you know, whenever.
No, that's up to, as I say,
Whenever
we're
you're
close
tired.
to home, so we can
Yeah,
just,
it's
it
good.
doesn't matter. Does it? It doesn't matter, does it?
May I call you Aunt Gladys, like I say Aunt Mert to Mert Ross? Yeah. I've had a rundown of the nicknames too, and I'm glad I did.
That was the hardest part.
Because Myrtle Ross would never have known who you were if I wouldn't have said your nickname.
Did she tell you how I got it?
She had never heard Gladys. She'd only heard your nickname.
I know, lots of them in the family know me only by
Well, I only knew the others by their nicknames.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I found the real names is when I made Archie's gold.
What kind of should I get you? What kind of people pie?
The cherry?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have a cherry.
Apple.
Apple pie?
No?
How about you, sir? Apple pie?
You want a la mode?
No.
No?
Just,
A la mode? Inte vanilj? Four? Yeah, we'll just have them straight up, please.
and so when I was making a trying to paint gold etching.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I started to put the name on the back and the silver golden wedding anniversary, she said the right name, and that was the first time I'd heard the right name. I've always heard the nickname.
Well, I feel kind of funny having talked to your brother a few times. You know, I've had some quick but very nice little chats with him on the phone, and when he gave me the list of everyone and everything, it straightened me out on the nicknames. And then he has been referred to by others in your family as Little Henry, you know. And I've talked to this 7-year-old gentleman who I feel quite a bit of respect for. But in order to get Myrtle Ross to understand what I'm talking about, I had to call your brother Little Henry.
And I always call him Babe.
Did you? Yeah, was that his little nickname in the family?
I suppose they've told you that when the school inspector came around and wanted the name of all of the daughters, that My father couldn't remember any but the nicknames, and he's, "Oh, go and see the old lady; she'll give you their names."
Was the old lady able to remember the names then?
Yes, she was.
Ladies are normally better at the men than that. I've noticed that in this research. Ladies are better at the family information and, you know, usually better at keeping old pictures and things like that. We've had some tragedies in our family with one of my great uncles married into the family, cleaned out an attic in Borlänge once, sometime back in the 30s, and burned out just about everything there was as far as pictures and all letters and everything was concerned. So, in Lyle Truedson's old album, with Peter's grandson in Blair, we found a picture of our great-grandfather John that must have been sent over sometime around 1875 to Nils. A picture that we've never seen before of our great-grandfather. And we start turning the pages. We've had one picture of him where he's like with his wife, and we've had to blow up the face to make a portrait out of it. And this picture that we found there really shows very clearly what he looked like and how much he looks like one of my uncles who's still living and who's going to love to see this picture when we get back. So we're turning the pages, and I said, wouldn't it be funny if we found a picture of our grandfather in this album? Just as I said that and turned the page, there's a portrait of our grandfather, 15 years old, from 1890 or something, 1900, right in this picture album in Blair, Nebraska.
For goodness sakes.
And none of his other brothers and sisters. Neither of the two that moved to America, the two brothers. There's nothing of them. But our grandfather that's never been in the States. He's the only one that was in that album. It's amazing.
That's odd, isn't it?
So how do you remember your grandmother now?
Well, it's been a good many years ago, and I really don't remember.
Was she a
too
tough
much
pioneer woman, or was she a kind-hearted woman, or was she a...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You could always go to her for advice and help. And grandfather was about the same. I think I was really closer to grandfather than I was to grandmother. But after all, she was the one that was smoothing out all the situations.
All the situations that pop up in a family. Yeah.
I think grandfather was just a little bit quick on as far as temper was concerned.
Apple pie. It's the same thing. Okay.
Could I ask you for a big favor, Deborah? Could you just turn down the music a little bit, just for a half hour, just a little bit lower?
Which one? The music?
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah, I'll check with them.
Thank you very much.
And she was always keeping peace in
Keeping
the
the
family.
peace, yeah. Well, we've had that in our family quite a bit on our side, you know.
And when any of us kids would quarrel or anything like that, why, she was right there to settle the thing, you know. And we always seemed to take her advice. It always turned out right.
She was called Ma. Somebody said that she was mostly called Ma Hansen, your grandmother. Maybe that was another branch of the family that called her Ma. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I think we always called her Grandma.
Grandma. Did you ever talk to her in her old age when she may have reminisced about Sweden at all, or her childhood, or anything like that?
No, I didn't. I don't really remember her too much that way. I've been away from the family so much that it's just kind of hard for me to remember those things. You know, when you're with the family, you discuss those things with each other and bring to mind some humorous thing that had happened, you know, or some funny situation.
Yes.
And I've been away from all of that.
Yes, sure.
So it's really an effort for me to remember all
Sure,
these
no,
things.
it's natural. You know, it's like speaking a language too. You know, if you don't practice the language, it just automatically disappears bit by bit, and then you have to brush up again. So but you said you did remember your Uncle Truedson, your Niels.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, I remember him very well. He was a very nice looking man. Yes. I haven't even seen a picture of him for years.
He was pretty lonely after she died, you know. Yeah.
Oh, is that? He is a nice.
I remember him as being very tall, was he?
Very tall? Yeah, he was tall. You should see his great-grandsons in Blair. When we got off the plane in Omaha, we knew they were coming in to meet us. But we hadn't done this thing, which I also forgot to do with you. How do we know each other? You know, like what would you be?
That's what I was thinking
We had
when we were
forgotten about
driving
that.
down.
Yeah. And so I was looking for. I figured here that I would just look for the most elegant, white-haired, elderly lady I've seen. You know, and that would have to be Aunt Gladys. So I knew you'd have white hair. Everybody has so far in this family. You know, so. And so it's. But anyway, we got off the plane there, and Kenneth's probably 58, and his brother Lyle is 55. And among all these people, I immediately spotted these two tall gentlemen, one of whom looked so much like my father that it scared me, you know, with the white hair and everything. And that was Kenneth Truedson. So I just walked right up to these two tall fellows from Blair and I said, "Truedsons?" And they said, "Yeah," you know, and that was it.
Dean said just as we were coming down the hill, she said I should have given him some way of recognizing us.
I've used this red bag. That's why I brought a red one, because I've used this red bag a few times to tell people that I have an overstuffed, worn-out red shoulder bag. That's, you know, that's pretty visible. This is our grandfather Jacob, and if you hold up Nels next to that, then it's pretty surprising, you know.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
You want some more coffee here? How's everything okay?
Everything's just fine.
Could we get some water?
Since we have seen that picture just recently, did you have?
No.
I'll go through that with you a little better later, and just to explain to you a little more who those people are. But in this one, you'll probably know most everyone, because that's your branches. Nils Truedson's branch is A7, and Anna Hansen's is A8. So I think your code number is A81F or something like that, if I remember correctly. And you're A81F1.
I'm all, well, that's computer. We're all got down to numbers, even in generation.
Well, this is just to keep track of who's who, you know.
I don't blame you. I can see why it would have to be, because there's so many.
I'm A6. I'm A66E2A.
Not everything about this is true for you.
You were up here at Los Angeles then,
In 10 years.
and I was living right here.
From 1976 to 1985, 9 years, actually. I re-registered as a Swedish resident in 86, so I say I lived here in Los Angeles 10 years, so I wasn't here in 86. The first page there is an enlargement of Niels, and then it's Niels and his family when they first came out. you know, probably about 1880 that picture's from. Goodbye. Goodbye. You'll know some of them as they get older, because some of those pictures were taken in the beginning were taken before you were born, probably, you know. So. Jean, have you ever seen a picture of your grandmother and your mother and all your aunts and uncles together? Does that exist? Is there a picture of your parents and all of you together at any time?
Let's see, that would be my great-grandfather. Great.
No, your grandmother,
No,
Lena.
my grandma, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Lena. Mm-hmm.
Lena and her husband and all the kids together. Does that exist?
Could I bring that?
That would be great to see.
I had some feeling that I didn't know. That I didn't bring. Here's the sisters. These are the sisters, right? These are the brothers. Yeah.
Denny's coming.
I'm getting. Okay, here's Lena and all the sisters.
So there were 5 girls and 6 boys, right? Or 5 girls and 5 boys. Yeah. Because Edith had a twin that died shortly after birth, I understand. That's where the 11 comes from. Yeah. And here's the sons, huh?
Now this is Lena and grandchildren, us grandchildren, aren't we? Yeah. Okay, this is Lena and the sisters and the grandchildren, and that's Lena.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Let's see, that was Maggie. This is Maggie. Now this is Maggie. This is Lena and Maggie and who's Debbie? That's Perlis's daughter. See, I don't know them either.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is Lena and Maggie and Perlis. The one you saw.
Perlis, yeah. They look like such nice women. They really do. You know.
Now, is this Lena and Grandpa and Grandma? Mom?
That's Auntie and Cliff.
Oh, that's not your place.
They Aunt Minnie. Phyllis Aunt Minnie.
Okay, this is Louie. This is Louie and grandmother. Okay, this is Louie and grandmother. I guess this is the same one. That's the one I know.
Louis Richter, right?
Louis Richter. I thought this is grandmother, isn't it? I had to say Lena now.
She looks, on all these pictures, Lena looks like a really wonderful lady. I bet she was, huh? You can just tell from the faces on these pictures.
Gosh, I don't know. That isn't me, is it?
No, but is it grandmother? Your mother?
Doesn't quite look like her.
My father was one of 7 and my mother was one of 5, and then my father had 2 cousins that had 11 kids. Over in Sweden too, so. Got a lot of family trips.
Well, now I've got the old. Now we've got an old picture of Hanson,
Your great-grandmother.
my great grandmother, a younger one. Would you like to see that? It's out in the car.
You do?
Mhm.
I certainly would. It's younger than this?
I don't know.
Oh, it's very exciting. Maybe it's not the one that's in there, is it? So you don't go for nothing. Did you
think
find
so.
her in there? She's in there too, toward the end. There's a lot of blank spots in that big thing of the pictures I'm looking for the files.
I didn't recognize. At least I didn't recognize the one.
More fuzzy side.
You recognize her. That's Louis. Your great uncle Louis. And this is her. Probably around 1900.
No.
You know? That's your grandmother around 1900, yeah.
Yes.
And your grandfather.
Oh, that's who's younger, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, let me go get it.
That would
We'll
be
find
exciting,
out.
yeah.
You want to get out of the road?
That's your great grandmother.
Yeah, I'm talking
Yeah.
about my great grandmother. At these generations, you get confused, don't
Sure
you?
you do, yeah. You sure do.
I can see why you have to have numbers or do by names because. And I'll go get this.
Okay.
I don't remember which. I'll go get it.
I hope I didn't offend anyone by what I said earlier, you know, but this is just what I had heard, Aunt Gladys, so, you know, it's like...
But now that she's gone, you've heard the truth.
I was hoping so because I really loved that. It made me very happy to hear that.
But Jean doesn't know it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's just never come up.
Okay.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it is. Well, it's the same thing like with this lady in Elmhurst who was 6 years older than her husband, and the children, you know, she just didn't, it was kind of, so many years afterwards, she just preferred they wouldn't, I wish I would have known, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, you know.
Well, that's all right. I hated to fib about it,
Yeah.
but there was nothing else that I could do. It would be too much of a shock to
Of
her,
course,
you know,
of
all of a
course.
sudden. But I don't know why. The subject has never come up.
What
See,
was he, a Navajo or an Apache or?
Sioux.
Sioux, huh?
But not very much. It was about, let's see, was it a 16th or a 4th?
Uh-huh.
I've almost forgotten myself. I haven't thought of it for years.
Because she has a little bit of that beautiful skin and a beautiful look about her, you know, from that side, I think, too, you know.
I have a picture of her when she was younger that she really was very good looking.
No, she's coming now.
She's had so much, we've had a good deal of You want to get back into your pie?
That's the whole idea.
So, it's so sweet of you ladies to come out like this. It was just,
We've had a year of illnesses,
you have.
and she's just over a very serious operation.
You are.
And she's only been out for 2 or 3 days.
Really? Oh my goodness.
That's the third time out.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
This is, I think, we like this picture a little.
Mm.
Do you have that one?
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful.
Now
That's my mother.
Mm-hmm. That really is beautiful.
well, this is Lena
Lena and
her father.
and Henry, right? Henry
Henry.
Senior, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Again, somebody had this. Yeah, somebody had this. One of the Truedsons had this too.
Oh,
Now-
Now, do you want to show that one?
I don't know.
Now, is this is you, Lena, and the 5 sisters?
Right, sisters. Mhm.
Yeah.
What's the one you're censoring over there now? It can't be too indecent in your family, I'm sure, you know. So.
No, that's the one that's got the nicknames and the nicknames and the real names on it.
Is this your sister Anchi, the oldest, then on top there, and then yeah.
Yeah, and Edith and Gladys. And
it says here, Anchi, Todd, Snooks, Pete, and Tootsie, right?
Toots.
Edith Davis swore to me that there was no such relative by the name of Anna Smith. No such person, she said, you know.
Who said that?
Edith Davis, you know.
Oh.
They can't, no. I would have known that, she said. You know, I never had a cousin by the name of Anna Smith. She was, you know, very determined about this. And then once we realized about the Anchi, and she never knew who she married, so, you know, Anna Smith sounded completely foreign to her. Yeah.
They were married almost 70 years, so it has to be something like that. Okay, now this is my great-grandmother. Right? Okay. I didn't want to get everybody mixed up.
Anna, huh? Where was this done? Do you know? That's like
in Germany.
Now that's printed on the back is the original, the other one. But we had it.
I see.
Years ago. This is the original.
You had it restored.
Restored.
Like this, yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing.
I'll get done here quick.
That looks like a very good one.
No, this is good.
But just holding this up and looking at your mother, you know, it really is.
You know what this one says?
She really, you really look a lot like her. I saw pictures of her when she was older too, you know. And you really did look like a lot. This must be then, like in 1872 or 73, that this was done, because that's when she was over there.
Do you know what age she was at that?
No,
I thought we did.
21. She was born in 51, so she must be 21, 22, 23, something like that. Before she took the big step to emigrate. And this is beautiful.
Would that have been taken over in Sweden?
This would probably be done in Denmark or in Germany, in Flensburg. Or it could have been taken in Sweden. Maybe in Malmo, one of the big cities on her way down. I must ask your mother now if she's ever seen this one before. Does this first picture that's... where is it now? Nope, it's not there. It's here. 81. Does this picture here on this side look like you might ever have seen it in your life at any time? That old metal picture? No.
It seems like I've seen a picture of a dress very much like that.
Research.
You seem to recall the dress. Trued and Karna died. She died in 1866 and he died in 1869. So it's pretty safe to assume that they were never photographed. They're, huh? You were just going to yeah, come on, there's more. He's always checking on what to do with the tips and all this stuff, you know. It's a little bit different here and there. One could safely assume that they were never photographed, but it is possible because there were some photographers active down there in southern Sweden that early already. So when we found this picture, which is one of the oldest type of photographic techniques on the metal plate, and this face is like, looks like so many people in the family on her. Of course, he's got too much of a beard to see. I was just thinking that someday maybe we'll find a picture or someone that will relate to this, that it could possibly be them. Right now it's like big question marks on this, but if it's possibly them. But I just thought we'd show it around a little bit, because as soon as I finish my pie, then I'll ask you to scoot over and I'll sit over there with you and show you these nice and just relax so we can go through what I've got here.
I think Mama told me that her mother came over with a group of girls from Sweden into Germany because at the time they couldn't find any work or something like that in Sweden, and there was plenty of work in Germany. Germany or Denmark? No, it was Germany, I think. And that's Mama said that's where that picture was taken.
More coffee for you?
Not for me.
No?
You can hit me once more.
Okay, I'll do it.
Give me another spot. I'm not wearing a tie, so you can't put it there.
Okay.
The times were very rough in Sweden around that period. Particularly around the period when your great-grandparents died. There were some very, very rough winters, so that many people died just from the weather. In 1866, 1867, the year that your great-grandmother Karna died, there was one of the worst winters in Swedish history. And also there was a drought in the summertime. So it seems that something may have happened down there around that time that the sons in particular weren't too proud of. And that's why the oldest son ended up way up in northern Sweden, our great-grandfather about halfway up there, and Niels all the way over in America. It's been traditional in my family that my great-grandfather, who was a very temperamental and very difficult man, never spoke of where he came from. It was a taboo subject in the family. Same thing in Nils Truedson's family. Nils Truedson never spoke of his parents or his childhood in Sweden. Never a word to anyone about it. It was a taboo subject in that family. So we assumed that Trued must have done something desperate somewhere along the line that the sons were, wanted to get away from. And probably in connection with trying to keep his kids alive, but still, But it was very usual in those days for the young people on the farms, and your grandmother would have been the first time it says in the church book from North Sandby, Sweden, the village where they lived, that she had left Sweden for. It says left Sweden for parts unknown in Germany, is all it says. This was in 1871 when she was 20 years old. So they often farmed their children out to poor families, to other, even earlier when they were 15, 16, 17. They farmed them out to other families where they could work and, help to sustain the family. In this family, we don't descend from any princes, that we know.
Hard-working people.
Not here, but we descend from hard-working people that struggled very hard to get through and get their families through. And what I think is so interesting in doing this is not necessarily digging after celebrities and rich people and nobility, but seeing what the people had to go through to enable us to be here, you know. And you think about transportation, you know. How did the people get around 150 years ago? They rode, or they walked, or they didn't go. That was it, you know. All the ladies knew, you know, it was as easy for them to get on a horse and ride 10 miles as it was for us to get in a car and drive there, you know. And just thinking about that will amaze one, you know, to realize what the people went through. And when we complain today about hard times and difficult conditions, you know, we have to think a little more about what people did back then just to stay alive, you know. We're upset because we can't buy a second television. But do you remember any of your mother's cousins? Peter and Chris, Anna? Mm-hmm. Anything particular about any of them that you remember?
Yeah, that was the only one. Not very much we have, but
have you ever seen one of like the whole family all in one picture?
no, I don't think I have.
This is your mother? This is your mother?
No, that one,
This one?
isn't it? No.
Yeah.
This one is you.
This is, when Mother was younger, this is the one I like.
I think your mother was the beauty of the family.
Well, that's an exceptionally good
Yeah,
picture.
well, I think so. I think that she could compete with Clara Bow in that one anytime. But look at here, Jane.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just imagine their hair slicked down like this, you know, or whatever. They wore their hair in such a conservative style, the ladies, and their curls were almost considered indecent. And also, they were never allowed to smile in pictures. It was considered semi-sleazy to smile in a photograph back then. So that's why you never see anybody smiling.
Oh, is that right? Oh, that's why they're all solemn.
Yeah, that's why they all look so serious.
Good evening. How is everybody? Good.
Oh, yeah, this is for Monty.
How about your aunts and things? Any stories, anything like that you can think of? Must have been a pretty colorful group of ladies, your aunts there. That I don't mean Dora necessarily. She may have been a little too colorful, Dory, but I mean, but the other ones, you know.
Well, the only time we saw them, those are the ones we saw in Chico, wasn't it?
That was Aunt Minnie, let's see, Aunt Dory in Chico.
Well, there was another aunt. When did these aunts? Because they came to visit in Tacoma. That's the only time I saw them, I think. Just a couple of times. So I wouldn't know anything about them either.
Well, you were saying you were in touch with Monty Stowe for a while.
Yes, I was thinking that he was here in San Diego.
He was.
That was before Jean was born.
Oh, I was going to say, I've never heard that.
Yeah.
No wonder.
What did he do? He did something, he was in some line of work that was special, but I can't think what it was. I've been trying to.
Mm-hmm.
But Oh, I think it was when you were a little girl. When Twyla came out and was taking care of you because we were managing the hotel, you know.
Well, that would be in Denver, wouldn't it?
Is everyone ready to work all together?
Yes. Yeah, that was in Denver.
Okay.
And he used to come down when you were just a baby. He used to come and see us once in a while.
Did he have children, Monty?
I don't think so.
No. Do you think he passed away here in San Diego, or where do you think he was living when he died?
I think near Denver.
Near Denver.
I don't know if it was in Denver or just near.
And Louis, the brother, was quite a tragedy, I understand. He committed suicide eventually. The little brother there in that family. Yes. Yeah. He was, I guess, living in California, so I don't know where he would have been living at the time. Were you ever in touch with the sister, Wilhelmina?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Wilhelmina lived at
Chico. Is that the Wilhelmina's the one in Chico?
Oh, okay.
Chico, California. Now she's since died.
Mhm.
She died in Chico.
You knew her? What was her married name? Do you remember?
George Murphy.
No, that was Dora's common law husband
Yeah.
in later years. Dory's husband.
Oh, you mean
Wilhelmina's.
Wilhelmina's husband.
Did you give her anything else? No, just... Okay, thank you.
I ran across it just there. I'm just awful on names. Since in the last few years, I just forget names.
Did you mention that you had been in the hotel business? Did you mention that you had been in the hotel business?
Yes.
Well, that's why you had to concentrate on names so much then that it's natural that you should take a break when you get a little older. You know?
Well, that's good to know.
Because I've been in the hotel business and I know how you have to concentrate on names sometimes to say, yes, Mr. Smith, and nice to see you, Mrs. Brown, you know, this stuff. Well, if you run across it, we'll get it from you because I need to. She had children, right? Wilhelmina.
Now that's
Yes, she had two girls.
yeah,
didn't
two
she?
girls. The girls. Now I should know their names.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to go out here and have a little puff because I only smoke outside. And I'll be back and we'll just put this on pause here too, so it's like... This is an old album that was found in Bengta's foster great-granddaughter's attic. This old album contained only pictures that this nice lady didn't know who any of them were. Old pictures. Now, they had already, Matilda here, your mother's cousin Matilda, right? She had taped this and tried to fix it up, and I've repaired it a little more, and I've turned it into my family album in this generation, these people and their families. So this is our great-grandfather, John Ritterstedt here. Now, as we mentioned earlier, when Johanna, Bengta, and Elna, and Anna were born, their name was Trued's daughter. And when the boys were born, Ola, are you taking a picture of us over there? What are you doing? Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll go. When the boys were born, they were all Truedson. Well, around in the 1870s, it became fashionable to get your own family name. The only people that had had family names before were members of the nobility or people that had like soldier names. Some soldier maybe way back was called Johnny Brave, and then his son used Brave as a family name, so that was common. But Anders Truedson found the family name of Silander and called himself that. My great-grandfather John Truedson got the name of Ritterstedt because he worked for the last of the Ridderstedts, which was an old lower nobility family in Sweden. And when the old man died, he was able to take over the name since there was no one else with that name. So up until the time that my grandfather got the name, it was a lower nobility family. Nils, of course, like we already said, his Truedson became Truedson. And that could have had to do with his southern Swedish dialect, because Truedson in Swedish where we're from will be pronounced Truedson. But in southern Swedish dialect, it would be Truedson, and that's much closer to Truedson. So that's probably how they, interpreted it when he got off the boat or something. And then your grandmother probably used the same then, Truedson, as her maiden name. But anyway, I had put up with Ridderstedt all my life. I had heard my parents trying to spell that name. I can close my eyes and see my father, on the telephone going, No, Ridderstedt. I spell it for you again. R-I-D-D-E-R. I can see my mother on the phone. This is Mrs. Ridderstedt. No, Ridderstedt. No, Ridderstedt. No, Ridderstedt. Would you like me to spell it for you? So I put up with this all my life. I have had everything from Rickerstacker to Riddlerslap. In 1974, I decided I'd had it. So I went back to take a closer look at Ridderstedt, and I found that this noble family, their name from the beginning was Demitz, D-E-M-I-T-Z. And when they were knighted, they invented Ridderstedt. So I thought, even though I'm not blood related to that original family, I thought it was an appropriate thing to do if I'm going to change my name. I'll be the first one for 300 years to change my name back to the same name that it was before Ridderstedt was invented. So the first one that understood this was my father. He wrote to me immediately with my new name. Demitz, they can't foul up as badly because it's shorter. It could be Demitz or, a little bit mispronounced. But I've had a lot better luck with that name, so that's what my name change came from. Anyway, this is John Ridderstedt and his wife, Christina, our great-grandparents. And then the following 4 pictures were in this album without the current owner knowing who they were. This is Bengta, we now know, and her husband, and the oldest daughter, Matilda. The foster great-granddaughter didn't even know that this was her foster grandmother until we've been able to find other pictures from the period and compare the appearance of these people. This is Elna, and her son Fritz, and her husband Sven. This picture was the same picture, and just as faded, was in one of Lyle Truedson's albums also, in Blair. And this was taken in Uddevalla, Sweden, sometime around 1885.
Uddevalla, that's the town we had in our lesson this morning.
Was it?
Really?
How do you pronounce it?
Uddevalla.
Uddevalla.
Good night.
You need to?
Any other relatively good
And this picture was in the album in Blair. Same picture. Same picture. It was exact. Just as faded. And the daughters. This is their whole family together. Okay, now we're into the big shock here. This was just a little shock here. I'm going to put my finger over that one. No. This is Anders Selander and his wife. We now know, having been able to compare it with pictures from this branch of the family. These branches here have never been in touch with these branches at all. This picture was also in this album. And they didn't know who it was. The only reason I knew who it was, to the fact where I screamed when I saw it, was because Jody Johns had sent me a copy of this. This is Nils and his wife and their first 4 children from around 1885 also. It was mailed to Sweden sometime in the 1880s. And was right here in this album. It's even got a little bit of the tape left on it.
Let's see this.
Philadelphia Art Gallery, corner Washington Street and Walker Avenue, Blair, Nebraska.
What do you think of that?
Oh, I was just seeing that. I wasn't going any
I
further.
remember Washington Street.
Negatives preserved. Probably not until this time, however, unfortunately.
Isn't that strange?
Now, it may seem sloppy of me to be handling these old originals like this, but we've made very good negatives of all these pictures. Because these are going to fade more and more every year anyway, and in 50 years they'll probably just be a piece of beige paper left. These are other than descendants, ancestors of mine in the other families. And then I've had to make a page here since we found her. So that she would get in there too.
Yeah, that's Grandma.
Now this picture here
Oh, yeah.
was found in the same attic in the frame I told you about. With her and Peter and Louie and Minnie. The four of them were in a frame that Bengta had in her parlor in her house around 1900.
Look at how big that is, Grandma.
And then, I've used this album only for people that we know who they are in those generations. But I figured it was a real beautiful old album, so I wanted to use it for something else.
I can't because when I write.
Since I'm doing all the talking, I'm going to turn this off too. Tante?
No, this here.
Now, there was a pretty big Seard family there around Blair. So there have been some people that recognize the name Seard, but that didn't necessarily mean her.
No, it may not. Do you remember whether or not she adopted a son?
No, she didn't. So it
No,
must have
well,
been-
then that isn't the Seard that I know.
Now this is Pete Truedson, Clifford Truedson, Anna Jensen, and Lena Seard when they were real young.
That's a nice picture.
Isn't it a
For
beautiful
an
picture?
older one.
No, look at the costume. The dresses. We dress dolls and things once in a while.
Yeah?
That's why
We
we
do,
go crazy
and
about
good.
things.
reproduction
Sad
dolls,
about
and that's
that,
why I noticed the costume.
I just love that. Now this is,
She won't admit it, but she's quite artistic.
Quiet over there, behind there.
what
Just
do you
crafts.
do, Jean?
Just
you do crafts or what?
It's mostly crafts.
Yeah?
Miniatures.
Is that your line of work or
No, that's just the hobby.
hobby? What's your line of work?
Well, I've been retired a year.
Yeah?
The business retired me because of elimination of
Okay.
jobs.
Were you a secretarial service or were you
An audit clerk
audit clerk?
for Bank of America for 32 years.
All right. Well, you did an important job there. That's for sure. Okay. These are the two that were. I haven't spent much time on the personal histories. I've been, so busy writing down names and birth dates and dates of death and where people were. So it's, these two pictures were found in an old album in Blair. All right, just now. This is our great-grandfather, John Ritterstedt, and his brother Anders Selander. This was taken in Karlstad, where he met his wife around 1872. And this is taken in Philipstad, where we have another picture taken of him. So imagine how flabbergasted I am to find these pictures in an old album in Blair, Nebraska. Now this, I've always said that my uncle Lars, the one who's one of the ones that's in the church over there, and he's asked me to warn all these nice American relatives I've discovered that he's going to retire next year. So here I come. I always thought he looked so much like my great-grandfather. Okay, that he was the one of my uncles that looked the most like him. So here's Lars. And it's going to be such fun to show him this picture when we get back home. Because you can't see it as much here, but the mouth is almost exactly the same. The shape of the face. Old John's a little heavier here, which is my uncle is nowadays. But the way the hair goes and everything is very, very much the same.
Exactly.
It is. Yes, it definitely is on that one.
You can see it all through the family, can't you?
You sure
Different,
can. I didn't have to look at you twice, even passing you in the car. You know, really, it's amazing. Even you know, I can tell you it's really. It's really amazing.
Because I never thought I looked like. I
No?
always wondered, who did I look like?
Yeah.
I don't think I
Yeah.
looked like
No,
anybody.
but you do. I can even see in you. You know, I would pick you out among a crowd of ladies as being the one who's related to me. Definitely.
I think she looks more like my younger sister. Did you meet Twyla?
No, I haven't been in touch at all with her yet.
Oh.
You know, but I'd like to very much. It's just Henry and you, and then on the Nichols side, it's been both the daughters there. On the Sullivan side, I spoke to Bill. And John just died last year in an accident.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, up there in Northern California, in Carmichael, where he lives. And of course,
He
so
had a large family.
each one of them has 8 and the other one has 9 or something. Yeah, so there'll be some tracing to do there. Bill was very nice on the phone. Yeah, they're great. What? I'll have to send you one of those just for the dresses.
Oh, that'll be nice.
And then when you have friends over that are admiring the dresses, you can say, well, those are my mother's cousins, and then it'll be extra interesting for you. And this is Anna and Lena too when they were quite young, and Pete. Also.
You want these in there?
Now, I want to ask you a question or two here, too. As soon as we're tiring you out, you just say, let me out of here, okay? Because I don't want to tire you out.
Oh, this is quite an outing for us. I was thinking that we should have gone down to the house and, you know, we'd have more room to spread out.
Yeah, I didn't think it was taking longer. We certainly could have gone to the house.
Let me see if I can just get this a little bit straight in my mind here. These folks. This is what I took over the phone real briefly from to get a pen. See where Anders went.
That is snooks.
I had to go by the. I think that's choice. He had to go by the nicknames. Teach you the nickname.
Maybe you could stay on
Edith Todd. So Edith sounds so strange to me. Edith. But you can see the names are all through the family too. Nina, Edith.
So, your brother told me that number 1 was Anna or Anchi. Do you, by any chance, if there's any of these dates of birth or death that you can remember without having to tire yourself out, you know, we'll just jot them down. If not, I can get them later, you know, so. Do you remember her husband's first name, Smith?
Clifford.
You know, I gotta get started a little bit on this big family, see what I mean? You know around when she died?
Just a minute. Not very long ago. It's been 2 years. August.
I have the,
Aug-
I have the date at home.
Yeah. Arnold died in August. Let's see. Last it'll be a year ago.
That kind of thinking is very tiring. Let's say
Yeah.
we'll
No, it's been a year. It's just been a year ago.
Gives us a good excuse to write back and forth a little bit. What town was she living in when she died? Anchi.
She was in a retirement home. I have a picture of the home at home, but I don't remember the name of it or the name of the town.
It wasn't. Was it? No. Gregory was where.
Gregory was where she lived.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get that later. What
Yeah.
state was it?
Oh, South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Yeah, South Dakota.
See how little I know? Did she have any middle names? Anna?
Christina.
Anna Christina. C-H? I-N-A or I-N-E? Christina, I-N-A, right? Okay, that was number one. Number two is John.
John Henry.
John Henry. You know what year Anna was born, approximately?
She was 95 when she died.
We'll get it later.
So that we can see
We'll get
from
it
that.
later. John Henry Richter. And what town was he living in when he died?
Omaha.
Omaha. How long ago was that approximately?
John died in the first year of the war, or just before armistice.
On the Second World War? First World War? Second World War?
1918.
First World War.
First one.
Mhm. Okay, we'll get the date later. Never married, or was he married?
Yes, he was.
Good. Remember his wife's name by any chance?
Was it Anna?
Anne. Anne.
Anne.
Anne. You think you'll have her maiden name somewhere in the family records, or that we could figure it out somehow?
Seems like Phyllis would have known that,
All
because
right, we'll get
she's
that.
the one that took us to see her when we were back at
Oh,
Todd's
okay.
funeral.
We'll get that. Okay. Number three was Louis. Is that spelled right? Louis?
Louis.
Okay. L-O-U-I-S or L-E-W-I-S?
It was no, it was Louie.
Oh, it wasn't an S on the end.
No.
His actual name was Louis.
Louis.
Okay. Did he have a middle name?
Yes, but I can't remember it
We'll
right
get it
now.
later. We won't bother
It might
ourselves.
come in a minute, you never
Sure,
know.
well, that's okay. And around when was he born?
1 and 1.
We'll get it later. No problem. Where was he living when he died?
Omaha, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at Grandma.
and you remember around when that was?
Got it?
Not exactly. Do we? Might be in the 1960s, because we didn't know he had died for quite a while.
Okay. Well, and then we've got Harold, called Pete. Now, did John have any nickname?
I hope you won't get in trouble, okay?
He was too young to get a nickname maybe by that time.
Well, when he was very young, I don't know how it originated or anything, but they called him Rip.
Rip. That's cute. That's I think that's very Western. Very cute. Did Louis have a nickname? No. Harold was called Pete? Was he Harold Peter then, or was he?
No, his name is Harold William.
And he was living where? Do you know when he died?
But
Where, you know where he was living when he died, Pete?
He's South Dakota, wasn't it?
yeah, Winter, South Dakota.
Mm-hmm. And Pete was married and had two girls. Is that correct? And do you know who I should contact to find out about their dates and their names and their information?
You mean the two girls' names?
Yeah.
One's Joan and one is,
Well, I'm gonna need the dates of birth and all this kind of stuff. So.
sakes. I just had their pictures.
This
from-
is typical. When, as soon as you start doing this kind of thing, you forget. It's called the unexpected question syndrome. You know. So don't worry about it. We'll get it later. Louis had one son, Clayton, right?
Yes.
That's all he had, just one son. Did Clayton have children?
No.
No. No.
Seems to me that Clayton died very young.
Did he? Okay.
I'm not sure.
Oh, we'll find out about that. During the next year or so, we'll just work on this a
Well,
little.
now
We'll
those
put
are
it together.
first cousins, I should know.
Now we've got
Pat and Joan. Patricia.
Patricia. That was Pete's wife?
Pete-
No, those are girls.
That's the girl.
Joan, Patricia, and Joan.
And Joan. Pete's wife was Ruth.
And
What?
Joan. Ruth.
Pete's wife was Ruth. Ruth.
Yeah.
You remember Louis's wife's name? Clayton's mother's name?
I'll think of it.
We'll get it later. Okay, now I'm not doing these in order. Anna, John, Louis. Number 4 was Edith Todd Nielsen. Did she have a middle name?
Edith Amelia.
Amelia. Was it A or E, Amelia? Seems to me that Perla said it was A.
I think so.
Probably Amelia.
Edith Amelia. It was A.
She was called Todd. And I've got her information here. And I'll get that from Perla, that's no problem. That's number 4. Number 5 was the twin girl that didn't have time to give her a name because she died 2 days after birth. She was born on the same day. I might as well fill that in then. 1894, 03, 05, and died in 1894. Okay, number 6 is Gladys, called Snooks, and a middle name here.
Irene.
Irene. And the date of birth.
December 25th.
1896.
6. Okay.
We know something, don't we?
All right. And your husband was Fremont. Middle name?
Carson.
Carson.
He was named after General Fremont and Kit Carson.
Kit Carson. And let's get Jean while we're at it here. You have a middle name, Jean?
Carol.
C-A-R-O-L? And your date of birth?
April 14th. 32.
And you live here in La Mesa too. You live together?
Mhm.
Okay. Have you ever been married? And any children? I ask that all the time because in Sweden, you know, some people have children without getting married.
No.
Okay, I know it is. It's very different in Sweden nowadays. So, that's that one.
Sweden. That surprises me.
Harold, okay, we got that. We got Patricia and Joan, and we'll get their data. 7, 8. Then we've got Clara. Clara, a middle name?
Margaret.
Margaret. Called Toots, T-O-O-T-S-E, you had it spelled, right? And is that the correct spelling of the last name? D-E, and then the space, and then V-O-R-S-S? And where was she living when she passed away?
Spearfish, South Dakota.
Do you remember her husband's first name? Clara's?
Her was?
Clara's husband's first name. Mr. Divorce.
Coleman.
C?
K.
K?
O-L.
O-L-M-E-R? Okay. Palmer Divorce, okay. And they had no children, is that correct?
Yes.
Never a birth?
No.
Okay. And then we've got number 9, Howard. Did Howard have a middle name?
Yeah, he did, but I forgot what it is.
Okay. We'll get it.
That's Howard Maida? Is that Howard Maida? Adam?
Did he have a nickname?
No. I think he was probably the only one that didn't.
And now let me see. Where was he living when he died?
He was in South Dakota.
South Dakota also.
It would be winter, wouldn't it? Winter? No, winter.
Wood or winter?
Winter.
Wood.
Is that wood?
Wood.
And her name was Ada? And we'll get her maiden name later and his date of birth and everything. And then we have Twyla. T-W-Y-L-A. J-O-R-G-E-N-S-E-N. And did she have a middle name? Twyla have this?
Twyla Vivian.
Vivian?
You know, it's a good thing you reviewed those the other day.
Yeah. And her initials are TV.
TV, all right. TVJ, right. And she never had a nickname because Twyla's a pretty good name as it is, or what? Or did she have a nickname?
She did when she was little, but I don't remember just what it was. Babe used to call her something.
Right, that might have been just between them.
Yeah. Well, we'll get her information. Who should I phone her herself or one of her kids or to get the lowdown on the Jorgensen clan there?
Oh, you can phone
her?
Yeah, I never told her.
She's in Spearfish, right? And her husband Arnold passed away.
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
Yeah, I'll look forward to that. You said when he passed away? You didn't say 2 days ago.
No, it's about 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
August.
Are you
And
going
they-
back to South Dakota?
No, I haven't been up there yet. Next trip I'm going to have to try to get up there. I'd like to. I'm real sorry that we didn't have time to go up there. It was very tempting when we saw the United Express route that went up there. You know, they fly from Denver to
Oh, yes.
to Rapid City now. And then we have Henry, middle name.
She
I
has
didn't
3
get it yet.
kids. She has 3 children.
3 kids, yeah, I got that written here, yeah, so we'll get there.
That's the one that's Spike.
Well, one of them is Spike,
That's
yeah, and that's
Spike.
his real name.
Oh, that's his real name, Spike.
Right.
Then there's Joe and there's Kay.
Joe and Kay. Okay.
That's too bad we didn't go home. We'd have all these.
Spike is in Alaska.
He is. Oh,
He's superintendent of schools up there.
he is. Well, that adds another state to the geographical study of this whole thing. That's great. Henry's middle name?
Henry who?
Henry, your little brother. I'll get it from him otherwise.
Yeah,
Don't bother
I
yourself with
know.
it. And you said he was called Babe when he was a child.
Yeah.
Will he be
He's still
offended if I put that in there, you think? Or
What?
he doesn't, that doesn't rub him the wrong way that he was used to be called Babe, does it?
I don't think so,
Okay.
because when I talk with him on the telephone, I always
That's what you
call him
call
Babe.
him. Okay.
He never says anything about it.
Okay, well, I'll get his information from him. I tired you out enough, but I figure if I ask each one a little bit about this family, then we'll piece it together eventually. It's quite a family. Lena Richter's family is quite a family. When Jody Johns called me in Sweden, many funny and very coincidental and strange things have happened in this whole project I've been doing. My main contact with these families has been Stanley Truedson's little sister. In other words, Spike Truedson's daughter, Jody. Jody Truedson, her married name is Johns. When I first got in touch with the Truedson family after having had a lot of trouble finding them because I was spelling the name wrong, the first person I spoke to was one of Pete's grandsons in Blair. He told me about Stanley in Omaha, who I phoned at the hospital, and he gave me his home phone number when I talked to him. And he said that my sister has a genealogy that we've done in this family. It goes up to 1953 of all the descendants of Niels. So I contacted her and she sent me that, and she's been the main contact in tracing all the Truedsons, and then recently in finding the Hansen branch. And so when I took down her date of birth over the telephone between Stockholm, Ludvika, Sweden, and Charles City, Iowa, it became apparent to me immediately that I was born on her 20th birthday. And then the fact that she's been instrumental in helping me out would freak any astrologist out, you know, because we've had the same method of doing the things. Now, when we had discovered that there were Richters, from your grandmother's obituary in 1922, in the Omaha paper that Jody got to the Omaha library, we had the list of the children. Lena Richter of Wood, South Dakota, etc. So I'm sitting over in Sweden, 3 o'clock in the morning, working on this, and she's over in Charles City, Iowa, and we both had the same idea, namely to call directory assistants in South Dakota and see if they could find any Richter. So we thought maybe there's a junior of Henry, since it said Mrs. Henry Richter about your mother. So she and I both called directory assistants there and asked them for Henry Richter, or anyone by the name of Richter around Wood, South Dakota. We were each given your brother's phone number, and within a half an hour of each other, we both called her for the first time.
Isn't that strange? That really is strange.
She got this information from him over the phone, and she had taken down about where Edith was. He told her, and about where Grace is, just a little bit about the family, and just kind of gave me the basic idea. So she phoned me. Jody phoned me back over. She phoned me over in Sweden and told me about this, and she'd gotten the information. And she said, "Are you sitting down?" She said, and I said, "Well, yes." Lena Richter had 11 children. Because she knew that meant work, but it's wonderful work. So it's just starting to grow here now, And that's you, Jean, right there.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you. So we'll see what we can get on Dora. It's going to be kind of tough, but with what you've told me, we should be able to maybe find Wilhelmina's children, or give you a little time to think about it, and maybe we can find some of them somewhere. And I found that many of the people in the later generations appreciate very much being included when there have been problems in the earlier generations, and they sometimes they appreciate it more than others when they're included instead of excluded because of the previous problem. We'll see if we can find Wilhelmina's. But you didn't think that Monty had any children, you said, but you knew that.
I don't think so.
Well, then it'd just be Wilhelmina's children that would be, that we were going to trace there.
Of course, Wilhelmina would probably know.
Yeah, but I think she's passed away, though.
No, she's passed away
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Wasn't she going under another name? Wilhelmina, she didn't. There's something about that.
Using another name?
Uh-huh.
But I know Mary.
Mary, yeah.
Mhm.
She goes under the name of Mary instead of
Oh,
Wilhelmina.
Mary.
Yeah, she took that name when she joined the Catholic Church.
Oh, I see. Would she, and how would we find her married name? You said that you could probably think of that eventually.
I don't think I ever knew it.
It's on the back of one of those pictures that you were showing me
Yeah,
the
I'm
other
pretty sure it
day.
is.
Okay, well, we'll get that,
Yeah, it's too bad we didn't go to the house.
Well, it's
There
all
it
right.
was.
We'll get that. Like I say, it gives us a good reason to correspond, and we'll figure that out. So now, Aunt Maggie also apparently had a child on the side, or something, or a couple of children on the side, or should I even bother with that, or should I just drop it? What do you think?
She had one, as far as I know. And that happened when I was just a child, and I wasn't supposed to know anything about it. But it was adopted. But that's all, as far as I know.
Was this before John and Bill that you had that child?
Yes.
Now, assuming that child was still alive, one wonders, would this person want to be contacted or not? And the only person you can ask is the person themselves. Because in most cases, when I've contacted someone like that, they've been very grateful to be included. But in some cases, maybe they wouldn't. So that always is a little touchy.
Yeah, I haven't any idea whether she would be or not, because as I say, I was just a child, and I just overheard conversations. And I don't remember what the number was, but it seems to me that it was 773, 77 or something like that.
7777 sjöskicka män sköljde sina sjaskiga skjortor i sjön. Could it have been something like that?
No.
Wait a minute, I have to do it with a southern Swedish accent that she had. I'm sorry. 7777 sjöskicka sjömän sköljde sina sjaskiga skjortor i sjön.
Yes.
Your grandma used to say that?
Uh-huh.
Did you ever?
Yeah, she used to tell us kids that. We'd go around singing it.
Take a stab at it for me. What do you want?
Oh no, I can't.
I hope I got that. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, you can stop.